Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Flash Forward, and today I'm going to tell you how I quit my day job. Run the intro. I've been asked this question about 1,000,000 times, and to be honest with you, I don't have any special background in film and photography. I didn't go to a fancy film school. My parents weren't rich and just provided me with all of the equipment that I have now. I didn't even receive any substantial amounts of funding from the government or anything like that, but I did have a burning desire for more. So I was always into film and photography. My story began in a gym. I used to play in a men's basketball league with a bunch of my friends, and what ended up happening one year is I told my brother to take my iPhone 4S, which was the only camera I had at the time, and I told him to record my games. So he basically held my phone like this and just panned from left to right like that. And from there, I took it to my computer and chopped up a little highlight reel for myself and sent it out to the guys in the league. More so to gloat, kind of be like, haha, look what I'm doing to you guys. But I was able to create some buzz for the league and pretty much for everybody else in there. I told the guys in the league straight up, you know what, none of us are going to the NBA, so this is our last glory years of playing this sport, so you know what, we might as well get a video done so that we can show our kids 10 years from now, like your daddy was a bad boy back in the day. And that's all I did. I just created the demand for it. And the guys were like, you know what? I like that idea. I want one. How much? Pretty much I just created a demand. And really and truly, once you create the demand, selling is the easy part. I charged a little to nothing based on the amount of work I had to do to get these videos put together. But in the beginning, it did 3 things for me. Number 1, it helped me generate a little bit of money so I could buy my first camera and lens combo, and also a new computer where I was able to handle the workload. Number 2, it helped me to learn my editing programs inside and out. I knew every single shortcut. I knew how to do every little intricate task on my editing programs. And number 3, it helped me to create a little buzz for myself. And from there, I took that footage, showed it to other people, and they hired me to do certain things for them. Mind you, while this new egg was incubating, I was still working a full-time job. So my days typically were from 8 a.m. I'd wake up, go to work for 10 a.m., work until 6 p.m., leave work, and shoot and edit until about 2 or 3 a.m. and do that every single day. And if I wasn't shooting or editing, I was taking the time to learn different techniques from different people on how to improve my own work. It literally got to the point where I was obsessed with learning how to make my work better. I would be in my bed looking at different YouTube tutorials, just looking at different ways at how to improve my own personal work. So after a couple of years of running that men's league, I decided to register my business, and that's when I really started to take the idea of quitting my job seriously. And what ended up happening was I stumbled across a book named The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. Now, if you've never heard of this book, it's pretty much about doing everyday minor things consistently over a span of time to make big things happen. And that's where the whole idea of, hey, you know what? Maybe I don't have to just quit right away. Maybe I could do a little bit here, a little bit there, and do it every single day consistently to make this leap of faith a little less risky. A lot of the times we'll look at our idols or other professionals in their field and we'll be like, man, I wish I had everything that they have. It just seems so easy for them. They have all the charisma, they have this, they have that. But we tend to overlook all the little tiny things that they did to get to the point where they are now. And this book really just helps you put those kind of things into perspective. You don't ever wake up tomorrow and become an instant overnight sensation. I mean, sure, you can make a viral video and maybe that'll happen, but your chances of that happening are like winning the lottery. Most of the times you really just have to put your head down, forget all the distractions, and get what you need to do done. I really suggest you guys take the time to read this book. I mean, I know a lot of us nowadays don't really love to read, and I get it, there's so many distractions with social media, video games, all these other great stuff, but I mean, if you're not doing something new today, your tomorrow's not going to be any different. The link to this book will be in the description below. So while I was reading the book, I started taking bits and pieces from different things that applied to my life and started to figure out ways of how to get to where I was trying to go. So one of the major things that I did was I said to myself, hey, you know what? For the next 8 months, every single dollar that my day job pays me, I'm just going to put it into my savings. So that left me in a position where I had to use my company to cover all of my living expenses. So from cell phone to food to my car to gas to all those little things that make us adults, I had to make my business cover that. And I said for 8 months, I'm gonna do that straight, regardless of how hard it gets. I'm gonna try and make this happen. And what ended up happening was I was able to do 8 months straight. And that's what gave me the confidence to say, you know what? Maybe this is realistic. Maybe I can walk away and maybe I can do this full time. So on March 1st, 2016 was the day I decided to give him my 2-week notice. And to be honest with you guys, from the day I left and put all of my focus into the direction I wanted to go, it completely changed my life. Immediately after leaving my day job, I was able to double my salary. And from there, I was quadrupling it. And from there, whatever the next double thing is, I was able to do that. I'm now in a position where I'm able to cover my monthly expenses, able to save a bit, able to invest into my business, and also able to help employ others and give them the same kind of dream that I'm living now. So let me give you a quick recap on how I got to where I am today. Number 1, find something that you are passionate about. If you can do something without getting paid for it, it really helps you get through the hard times. Number 2, create a demand for whatever it is you want to do. Once you create that demand, selling it to anybody is the easy part. Number 3, take the time to learn. No matter how good you think you are, there is something that you can do that will make you better. So if that means reading a book, if that means looking at tutorials online, if that means talking to other people in your field that's going to help you elevate, take the time and do it. It's worth it. And number 4, set a plan. Like I said, unless you win the lottery, chances are you're not going to wake up tomorrow and have all the resources you want to get to where you want to be. So take the time to do little things consistently, and before you know it, you'll be walking out of your workplace like me. If you have any questions or tips or anything like that you experienced to leave your day job, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to follow me on social media and subscribe to my channel. We have a ton of new videos coming up for the new year, and I want to share everything with all of you. Thanks so much and take care.